All right, hey guys, how's it going? How's it going? Hope you guys have been doing well. Drink a little bit of water. Just want to come on here and say, well, first post a video on this channel, but also kind of see how everybody's been up to. We're about 16 or so days until the end of the year. We're right in the middle of December. Everyone's doing their Christmas shopping, getting prepared for their holiday gift giving and stuff, and just wanted to just kind of give you some updates and stuff like, on life, on things that have been, kind of like dormant, so to speak. I might have spoken to this already. I mean, I have like 5 YouTube channels that I kind of cover. So, as far as like the question is, why do I have 5 when I can just upload videos on one channel? It's a long story, but, yeah. But may not a good reason, but I just want to kind of, how do you say, kind of, I don't know, have different channels to have different videos throughout. I don't know. Like I said, the origins of why I decided to do this, it's a little complicated, and I feel like my brain would overflow with information that you don't need. So maybe one day I'll make another, like a specific video just for it. But basically the ELI5 version is that I just wanted more channels to spread more videos, which again might sound dumb in theory because you can just do it all out on just one channel, but that was just my brain working at the time. I mean, keep in mind that I made these channels like yeah, I think even before I went to university. So I've had these for years. I've had these channels for years. So maybe it was like the mindset of an early 20s person back then, so a lot of things can change, things change throughout the years. So. But anyway, so as far as this year is concerned, it's been pretty good. Again, like I mentioned in one of the other videos that's on my other channels, sorry. This year hasn't really been, the best personally. There was a lot of family drama that happened, this year. A lot, actually. It almost seemed like every month there was somebody fighting, couples fighting, stuff like that. It was a mess, and the way that it started then to now, I mean, things have calmed down a bit, but it's just something that you kind of just like are always like, ugh, kind of just hoping it doesn't propagate into next year. So it's just things like that that you just watch out for. So I mean, things are ending this year okay, but again, there's always that wild card of what if this happens, it's just I just kind of monitor stuff like that and just hope things go okay. Yeah, I mean, other than that, everything else was okay. Dodgers won the World Series again, back to back. That hasn't happened in years, so it's good for them, good for LA. Nice. And yeah, then World Cup next year. It's gonna be very exciting. I'm gonna try and post a lot of videos next year or around that time. So it should be fun. When I love the World Cup, so I went to the one in Qatar to watch Mexico, so that was amazing. And I don't think that'll happen this next year for the World Cup, even though it's here. I will probably most likely maybe just go to maybe the one game because just the way things are set up now, I have a trip actually next month, in January. I'll be going to Asia. Then I have another trip in end of July, early August. I'll be going to China and Hong Kong and possibly Macau. So that'll be exciting. And well, the reason I say is because the game I am probably end up going for the World Cup for Mexico will be in the Azteca. Well, not going to be called the Estadio Banorte. But if I do go there, it's gonna be one of those things where I'll take a quick like 4-day trip, just to go to the game and then come back. So I won't really stay there for long. So it'll literally just be for the game and then come back. I may spend like a day or two, like maybe a day the most, like kind of exploring Mexico City, because Mexico City is beautiful. I mean, it's changed a lot. It's been gentrified to the max, so that's one thing. And also to add to that, I didn't get to go to Oaxaca this year, which kind of sucks. But it's just kind of how the cards played out. Because I try to go every year. I always try, but this year was the first year where unfortunately, just due to certain things that happened this year, I just didn't get the chance to go. So, and I don't know if I'll be able to go next year. Now with all this going on. And also, I plan to go to Japan later in the year next year. Maybe like probably September, October. Most likely October. Most likely, that's what it's kind of turning out to be. It'll probably most likely be October. And yeah, so it's kind of, I don't know. It's just one of those things. So we'll see. We'll see what Oaxaca happens even next year. But again, anything can happen in this fucking life. Any shit can happen. So it's just we always try to keep our heads above water and just kind of just go with how the wind goes, as they say. And then as far as work is concerned, I'm blessed that I now have a schedule that that I can work with. I'm very happy that I'm in it. Only having to work 3 days a week, being off for 4 days. It's amazing, honestly. And I feel like now I can relax more time. I can spend more time with my girlfriend, but also with my family as well. It's pretty good, and and how do you say it? And it's great. I love it. It's compared to stress I've had before. I mean, like I said, this job is like I said, the 3 days I'm in, it's go 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 go. So it's a lot, but I do enjoy the 4 days. Because because in the other previous jobs I only had 2-3 days off per week. This job now I have 4 days off. So that extra 1 or 2 days it always makes a difference. So I'm very blessed that I have that. I have the schedule now, and it's very much appreciated. So it's great. And then again, you get another year older. I mean, I'm 35 now, which is crazy. That I just said that out loud. I'm 35 years old. But I guess I don't feel that old. Like I said, I still feel like right now. Like for example, I started to do CrossFit last year, and so now I hit my 1 year actually in end of October, early November. Well, yeah, it's barely been a year now, and I already feel like a lot better now. I mean, obviously there's still things to work on, but I do feel like I've done pretty well, and it's just keeping myself active like this has helped me quite a bit. So I'm glad that I've had the chance to do to be in that realm and kind of keep myself in shape. Try to do the best I can to stay as young as I can. So I just realized. So I'm probably gonna also, that's also the other thing, I'm gonna get a haircut. Probably not today, but for sure tomorrow. I think most likely tomorrow I'll get my haircut. So that should be good. Tomorrow in the morning. Yeah, tomorrow in the morning will work. And yeah, just wanted to wish all you guys, happy holidays, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you guys celebrate. It's been a journey, and knowing that I technically have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So I technically have 9 more working days from now until the end of this year. So yeah, I only have to work 9 more days and then I'm good. So today's what, the 6th? No, the 15th. So from the 15th to the 31st, I only have technically 9 working days, and the rest of the time I'm off. So I've been getting more now into investing, more things like that, just trying to help kind of expand my financial horizon. And I hope next year will be kind of an explosion of that. We'll see. I'm just glad I have that position where I can do that now, and I can explore other avenues, because man, every year things get more expensive, and it gets kind of tough to live, so it's just one of those things where you kind of keep in mind that you just have to always prepare, because you never know, not just in life but in everything, just work relationships, you just never know. But alas, I'll just leave it at that. It was great to for me it's also very cathartic. Sorry if my pronunciation isn't the best, but it's kind of this cathartic release when I speak into this camcorder, which, by the way, I mentioned this in other videos, but I'll mention it again. It's crazy how this is a camera from like 2008, 2007, this camcorder, and it's been able to last this long. It's gonna come up to 20 years actually in about a couple years. But I feel like by then I'll probably have this replaced. It's just great that I've been able to have this last for this long. Kind of like the printer that I have there, where I've had that also, I think, for like almost 20 years. So luckily these machines have done well for me. And also, kind of, I made this point in the other video, but I just got this phone, and the other phone I had, the previous one, I had that for like 6 years, if I remember correctly. 6 years I had that phone. So now I upgraded to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and yeah, it's been good. So change is necessary sometimes. The only thing I might not change for a bit is the car. It's kind of hard to change when you change something when you have a paid off car. It's nice not to have a car payment. And it's a Honda car, so those things can last for years. But hey, I know things eventually are gonna change, and I just hope when that time comes that it'll be something where I'm like, okay, it's time. So, well, anyway, that's that. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday, December 15th, 2025, and love you guys all very much, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you, and goodbye.